It's Tuesday, the 8th of June. Welcome to the Breakfast Show. I'm your host, Mark Anthony, and my apologies if you thought this show was about to start at 10 o'clock this evening. Somebody screwed up the scheduling. Um, but we will get to the news headlines in just a second. But let's pause to give thanks to the various celebrities that were born unto the world on this day in history.
Happy birthday!
It's many happy returns to Frank Lloyd Wright, a man once described as the greatest American architect of all time. He's also quite possibly the only architect to have a song written about him. Simon and Garfunkel fans will know precisely what I'm talking about. Happy birthday also to former First Lady Barbara Bush, to comedian Joan Rivers, and to Tim Berners-Lee, the inventor of the World Wide Web, without which I wouldn't be speaking to you today. Happy birthday also to my mate Andrew Dickey over at M&M Demolition. We will be right back after this. This past weekend, the eyes of the demolition world turned to the town of Rugeley, where, as we reported yesterday, Brown and Mason carried out the successful explosive demolition of 4 power station cooling towers. But that wasn't the only explosive demolition to take place this weekend. Like Rugeley, the second explosive demolition was designed to remove part of the UK's industrial heritage. Also like Rugeley, the second project went precisely to plan. But unlike Rugeley, the second explosive demolition took place away from the glare of the media spotlight and in a remote location. Let's take a look. That was the successful collapse of the Ninian North oil platform that took place at the Dalesville decommissioning facility in Shetland that's operated by Veolia and Peterson. Built in Scotland in 1978, the Ninian platform is a 14,200-ton steel structure that was delivered on 8 legs, each around 30 metres high. The structure arrived at Dalesville back in August last year, and the Veolia decommissioning team has been decontaminating the structure ever since. Wow, that was a difficult one. The explosive demolition, which was ably assisted by the explosive experts over at PDC, was designed to reduce the height of the structure to allow it to be demolished safely by a conventional excavator. Veolia is expected to recycle as much as 97% of this structure during a demolition phase that is expected to last several months. A worker sporting a high-vis vest disarmed a knife-wielding man in Manchester yesterday using a shop sign as a shield, a la Captain America. There's a sentence I never expected to say. Videos of the incident, which happened at around 12:20 yesterday afternoon, show the armed man facing off against another man wearing a high-vis clothing outside the Walk to Walk restaurant in the city centre. The construction worker, who was seen carrying a large shop sign to protect himself, was able to get close to the other man and to rip the knife from his hands before throwing it away. Footage captured by passers-by shows the disarmed knifeman picking up the discarded shop sign and appearing to march back towards the construction worker, who then pulled the sign from his hands as well. The knife-wielding man was ultimately arrested. We couldn't bring you the video of that, and to be honest, it's not all that clear. But if you have a look over at the Manchester Evening News, they've got some footage of that. As I say, very shaky. Can't really make out what's going on. But if that's what you'd like to do, please feel free. Now, if you were watching this show a few days ago, you will know that we brought you some exclusive footage of a new boom switch system from the good folks at Komatsu. We didn't realise at the time just how exclusive that footage actually was, because word now reaches us that Komatsu is planning an event to actually launch the K100 system later this month. And we'll be where are we? Yeah, later this month. Now, even though we appear to have rather jumped the gun, we are planning to take part in this virtual event, and we will be bringing you the details in due course. But we would also like to encourage you to take part as well. And here is how you do so. You can pre-register for the Komatsu event right now. I will add a link to the description in today's show, literally as I come off here today. So the next 5-10 minutes that will be there. Now, just before I came on here, I got an email from Construction Inquirer that contains details of a legal battle between the Construction Industry Training Board, or CITB, and Nokken, the company that bought the CITB CPCS card scheme. Now, I've got to be honest, I've not really had a chance to thoroughly explore that and to digest it. Let's have a very quick look while I'm here. Yeah, skills body CITB is facing legal action over the sale of the construction plant competence scheme. The CITB sold the plant operator skills card scheme to educational charity Nokken in 2019. As we all know, the handover was far from smooth, and now Nokken is actually seeking some sort of legal recourse. Let's have a look. According to Nokken, the board of Nokken and Nokken Job Cards agreed to enter a legal claim against CITB in respect of the CPCS business purchase contract with CITB following the failure of discussions with CITB to secure a mutually agreeable settlement. We shall be bringing you more news of that in the next few days, I would imagine. And by the way, speaking of other things to go and look at, Diggers and Dozers this morning has posted a new video from our mate Peter Haddock that features a fully loaded Liebherr excavator that's just brimming with technology, including a Leica machine control system and probably the sexiest lighting package you're ever likely to see. You can see that right now over at diggersanddozers.com. It's the lead story as I'm writing this, or as I'm saying this, so go and take a look at that, and well done, Peter, for bringing that one to our attention. That pretty much wraps up the show for today. I'm off to talk about zero emissions equipment in about an hour or so, so unless there's any other business, I shall declare this episode adjourned. One other thing that I'm kicking around at the moment, given the popularity of these morning shows, is possibly doing a midweek show purely on equipment. Haven't got a name for it yet, haven't got a time for it yet, haven't even got a format for it yet, but the equipment business seems to move a whole lot faster than just about any other sector within construction and demolition, and I do think it is an area that probably deserves a dedicated show of its own. So watch this space. I'm going to be playing around with that in the background, and you will be the first to hear about it. But if there's no further business, I'm going to love you and leave you. Have a great day at work. Enjoy the sunshine. Stay safe. Look after yourself, your family, your friends, and your colleagues. And I will see you again, same time, same place on the morrow. Until then, have a great day.